How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of Ecliptic up in his piece in the form of their Vega series. They do this rotational series. I'll let them explain it on here. They're better at it. This Vega's IPA is an experimental hop playground for our curious and creative brewers to continuously source new and unique hops. Exploring the boundaries of the IPA style, the results is a fresh and distinctly different IPA with each new release. Over here in the can, it says, look at the bottom. We'll tell you what it is. Well, half the time you can't really read what's going on. So this was can 1022. I got it from Ecliptic. They sent it off. That's why it's so fresh. But they switched. They put this little tab up here. I've talked about this in the past. They put what kind of mixture it is up here. I think that's better because that little print down there would always get smeared. And this is a West Coast IPA with Zappa, Strata, and Chinook hops, 6.5%. This arrived yesterday, so pretty relatively fresh, especially for Ecliptic standards. Not that they send off stuff that's old, but their shipping is the slowest I've ever seen. It takes usually at least 10 days for the beers to get to me, which is really, really weird. They must have some super saver program or something going on. Yeah, I've actually dug this kind of bubble matrix kind of printer can, and I will still dig on it. And what does that look like? Kind of looks like West Coast IPA. There's a subtle, very uber, gentle kind of haze to it. Index finger, a little bit bigger, super creamy, fluffy head, kind of like small to micron bubbles cascading downward, pretty uniform stuff. Looks like I want to take a nap on that thing. Yeah, Serter sleeper level beauty. Burps. Nose. I just blew my nose. Now I'm kind of a little bit congested. Not that I have, I'm sick or anything, just got a little sniffly. But man, it is very much a sweet citrus tropical fruit combination. They talk about West Coast on here. I could see this pineyous, resinous characteristic kind of jumping up in the taste. But it's not really, there's no precursors to that in the nose. What you really do get is this beautiful aroma of citrus and tropical fruits. It's a West Coast to a T. And it's really nice. It's like candied kind of citrus, tropical fruit, but not overly sweetened. I think this is going to come off really impactful. I'm kind of curious where the sweetness level on this ends up. If it's going to be super sweet, you're talking about 6 and change, 6.5. Yeah, I'd be really happy with just a bop of sweetness and then let it kind of dry out. Have that little danky thing come back in the end. We'll see what's what. Cheers. That's fun too. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's what I deserved. There's actually like a danky, like weedy dankiness to this thing. There's a piney resinous characteristic. No shit Sherlock stuff. It's definitely there. It's there in spades. It's pretty robust. There's all this ranky dank that's almost like a combination of weed and garlicky, scalliony, oniony stuff, which I really kind of dig. That sweet, candied orange or citrus, it's more orange, I can go there, orange tropical fruit combo is there, and I think it actually follows what you get on the nose quite evenly, but since that ranky-danky, weedy, piney, resinous thing jumps up so big, it almost takes a back seat to that. Super crisp and clean. This is what you'd expect from a classic West Coast kind of IPA and the way it's made and how clean it is. It's a pretty aggressive beer for 6.5%. Drinks more like 7.5%, pushing 8%. I like this. This is like a lot of times you get these like East Coast beers, New England beers more specifically, that do this kind of like super East Coast, New England style IPA with a lot of West Coast influence. This is kind of flipping a script on that. This is taking a lot of West Coast influence from the way the bittering, the resinous, the pininess kind of comes off here, the cleanliness and crispiness and well-madeness of the beer, all that, the drinkability of the beer, the whole nine, adding that little bit of weedy characteristic, adding that kind of that tropical fruit citrus kind of combination, while it's not overly sweet, it complements those kind of West Coast kind of OG vibes pretty nicely, and a very tasty beer. Very West Coast, very, very West Coast, but brings such a cool kind of influence from the new school kind of New England and East Coast kind of beers. It's a really pretty kind of combination of all that stuff. Yeah, I dig this. I think this is quite nice. Probably one of my favor. It's called Favorite. We could say that correctly if we try. Vega series beers. Some of these have been hits, some of them have been misses. I think there's one or two that I would put above this in the series. Definitely one, I forget which one it is, but just knee-jerk remembering. But this is up there. Pretty tasty stuff. I like how it kind of dries out a bit. I didn't really touch on that. I was looking for it, and it definitely is there. Fun beer. Tasty beer. West Coast all the way. Nice dollop of East Coast. We all win. Is this one of the better West Coast IPAs I've had? It's like, yes. Mount Rushmore said it's up there. It's not on the mountain, but it's up there. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, no idea. They sent them to me. So people let me know what's what. I hope 6.5% West Coast IPA, experimental hop, $14.99. I hope this retails that and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like West Coast jams. And you got the loves for the Easts. But you really dig on Westies. Not the West Vedelins of the world, but West Coast IPAs, you'll dig this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Let me know if you had this too. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif, podcasting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully the Astros finally get knocked out of this World Series. Hopefully next time. Cheers.